You woke up, but you don't feel rested. Maybe your body moved, but your mind was already racing ahead, scanning problems, replaying conversations, quietly whispering that you're already behind before the day even begins. There's this subtle heaviness, not loud, not dramatic, just sitting there in your chest like something unfinished, something unresolved, and you haven't even checked your phone yet. Do you ever wake up already feeling behind on life? Like no matter how early it is, something inside you is late. Like the day has already started without your permission, and now you're trying to catch up to a version of yourself that feels more focused, more peaceful, more in control. And that gap between where you are and where you think you should be, it drains you before you even get out of bed. Part of you is tired of starting this way. You haven't really said it out loud, but there's a quiet frustration in you, because you know this isn't just about sleep, or discipline, or even your schedule. It's deeper than that. It's the emotional tone you're waking up into, the atmosphere your thoughts create in those first few moments, and how quickly that tone begins to shape everything that follows. And here's the thing, nothing big has even happened yet, but it already feels heavy. And if that's where you are right now, you're not alone in it. The first few minutes of your morning are not neutral. They feel quiet on the outside, but internally, something is already competing for your attention, pulling your focus in different directions before you've even had a chance to fully arrive in the day. Subtle, but it's real. Before your feet touch the floor, there's already a narrative forming. Maybe it sounds like pressure, everything you need to do, everything you didn't finish, everything that might go wrong. Or maybe it's quieter than that. Just a low hum of anxiety, a sense of misalignment, like your mind and your spirit didn't wake up in the same place. And without realizing it, you start agreeing with that tone. This is where the shift begins, because those first 5 minutes, they don't just reflect how you feel, they start shaping what you believe is possible for the rest of your day. And if your mind settles into stress, lack, or pressure too quickly, quietly closes doors before you've even had a chance to see them. But you have more authority here than you think. You're not just reacting to your morning, you're setting it. And there's a different posture available to you. One that doesn't ignore reality, but gently realigns it. One that invites peace before pressure, clarity before noise, and creates space for something unexpected to enter. Something like favor, like alignment, like a small but real breakthrough in how you carry yourself through the next few hours. God is not waiting for you later in the day. He's here, in these first few moments, not demanding anything from you, just present, steady, and ready to meet you before the world starts speaking over you, before the noise takes over, before you forget what it feels like to begin your day from a place of peace instead of pressure. And what you choose right here matters more than you realize. Gratitude isn't just a nice thought. It's not something you reach for only when life feels easy, or when everything is going your way and it's natural to say, thank you, without resistance. Real gratitude, the kind that shifts something inside you, often shows up when you least feel like accessing it. Because this isn't about mood, it's about direction, about what you allow your mind to magnify in those early moments, and how that focus begins to either open doors or quietly close them before you even step into your day. And most of the time, without realizing it, your attention drifts toward what's missing, what's uncertain, what still feels heavy. But gratitude interrupts that pattern. It doesn't deny your reality. It repositions you, it, gently but powerfully, reminding your mind and your spirit that even here, even now, there is something steady, something held, something already working in your favor even if you can't fully see it yet. This is where it becomes a kind of spiritual resistance, because when you choose gratitude on purpose, especially when it feels unnatural, you're no longer agreeing with the heaviness. You're not feeding the anxiety or rehearsing the lack. You're stepping into alignment with something deeper, something more grounded, something that begins to shift the atmosphere around your thoughts. And something starts to open, not always in a dramatic way, but subtly, quietly, like a door you didn't notice before, like a sense of peace that wasn't there a moment ago, like the beginning of a breakthrough that starts internally before it ever shows up externally, changing how you see, how you respond, how you move. So this isn't small. Gratitude is not passive. It's active, intentional, and powerful enough to change the tone of your entire day before it even begins. What you focus on grows. Simple. But it's also something most people overlook, especially in the quiet moments right after waking up, when your mind is still soft, still impressionable, still deciding what deserves your attention. And without meaning to, you start magnifying the wrong things, the unfinished tasks, the uncertainty, that one conversation that didn't sit right. And suddenly, something small begins to feel heavy. Maybe you've noticed this before. How one thought can expand, how one worry can echo, how your mind can take a single detail and build an entire emotional atmosphere around it, until it feels like that's the truth of your whole life, even when it's not. But the same principle works the other way too, because if your mind can magnify pressure, it can also magnify peace. If your thoughts can expand fear, they can also expand gratitude. And when you intentionally choose what to focus on, you're not forcing anything fake. You're simply redirecting your awareness toward what is also true, but often overlooked. This is the shift. You don't need to fix everything. You don't need to solve your whole life before breakfast. You just need to choose what gets amplified. Even something small, a breath, a moment of stillness, the fact that you're here, and you made it through yesterday. And as you begin to notice those things, something softens. The pressure loosens. The heaviness doesn't disappear instantly, but it stops growing. And in that space, something new has room to enter. Peace, clarity, even a quiet sense of alignment. Like you're no longer being pulled in every direction, but gently grounded in something steady, something present, something that reminds you, this day doesn't have to start heavy. So let's make this real. Not complicated, not overwhelming. Just something you can actually do, even on the days when your mind feels heavy and your energy is low. This is a simple 3-step rhythm. Something you can return to every morning to create alignment before the world starts pulling at you. Step 1, notice. Before you reach for your phone, before you move too quickly, just pause for a moment and ask yourself, what is still good right now? Not perfect, not ideal, just present. Maybe it's your breath, steady and quiet. Maybe it's the bed holding you. Maybe it's the simple fact that you have another day in front of you. Even if you don't fully know what to do with it yet, let it be small, because small is enough to begin. Step 2, name it. Not in your head, but gently, either out loud or in a whisper. Give it language. Thank you for this breath. Thank you that I made it through yesterday. Thank you that I'm still here. And as you say it, don't rush past it. Let the words land. Let them settle into your body, like you're reminding yourself of something true that you almost forgot. This is where something starts to shift. And now, step 3, receive it. This is the part most people skip. Gratitude isn't just something you say. It's something you allow yourself to feel, even if it's faint at first, even if it's unfamiliar. Stay there for a few seconds, and let that small awareness turn into a sense of peace, like something gently opening inside your chest, like your body realizing it doesn't have to brace itself for everything all at once. You don't have to force it, just allow it. And before you move on, I want you to do something with me. Type this slowly, intentionally. I am stepping into peace today, not because everything is perfect, but because you are choosing alignment over anxiety. You are choosing to open doors instead of closing them. You are allowing a different atmosphere to form around your thoughts, one that carries a quiet sense of favor, a subtle breakthrough, a shift that begins right here, in this moment. And you can come back to this every morning. Stay here for a moment. You don't need to rush into the day just yet. And nothing is demanding your attention more than this space you're creating right now. This quiet, this pause, this moment where you're not reacting, just gently arriving. Let's turn this into a prayer. Not formal, not perfect, just honest. God, I'm here. And if I'm being real, part of me feels heavy this morning, like my mind started moving before my heart was ready, like there are things waiting for me that I don't fully have the strength for yet. And I haven't said that out loud, but you already see it. You see the pressure. You see the thoughts that don't slow down. You see the weight I carried into sleep, and the pieces of it that are still here now. And I don't want to carry all of this alone. So I'm bringing it to you, not cleaned up, not figured out, just as it is. Take what feels overwhelming. Take what I keep replaying. Take the quiet fear that today might feel just like yesterday. And in its place, give me something different. Give me peace. Not loud, not forced, just steady. Give me clarity, one step at a time, not everything at once. Give me alignment, so I'm not pulled in every direction, but grounded in something deeper than my circumstances. And right now, I choose gratitude, even if it feels small, even if it feels unfamiliar. Thank you for this breath. Thank you that I'm still here. Thank you that I made it through things I once thought I wouldn't. And even now, something is shifting. I may not see the full picture yet, but I trust that you are already moving, already opening doors I can't see, already creating space for something new, something good, something that carries a quiet sense of favor into this day. So I release the need to control everything. I release the pressure to have it all together. I release the heaviness that tried to follow me into this morning. And I receive peace, lightness, a different beginning. God, walk with me today, in the small moments, in the in-between spaces, in the things that don't go as planned. Remind me that I'm not alone. Remind me that I don't have to earn your presence. It's already here. And let this be the moment where something changes. Not everything at once, but enough. Enough to breathe differently. Enough to think differently. Enough to step into this day with a quiet confidence that something good is already unfolding. Amen. Take one more breath. Not rushed, not distracted, just a quiet, steady breath that reminds your body you're here, and this moment is yours before anything else tries to claim it. Something is different now, even if it's subtle. You're not starting from the same place anymore. The heaviness may not be completely gone, but it's not leading you, and that shift matters more than you think. Because now you're moving from a place of awareness instead of reaction, from alignment instead of pressure, from something steady instead of something scattered. This is your shield, not something you have to force, but something you carry, a quiet layer of peace that sits between you and whatever the day brings, helping you respond instead of absorb, helping you stay grounded even when things feel uncertain or out of your control. And moments will come, interruptions, unexpected stress, old thoughts trying to return. But now you'll recognize them, and instead of agreeing with them, you can gently return to what you set this morning, to gratitude, to breath, to the awareness that you are not alone in any of it, that God is still with you, and not just in this quiet moment, but in every step that follows. Something is opening, maybe not loudly, but intentionally. A new way of carrying yourself, a new way of seeing your day, a new way of allowing peace to stay, even when life doesn't slow down. So as you move forward, keep it simple. Notice, name, receive, and when you forget, come back again. You're not behind, you're not late, you're stepping into something new, and it's already beginning to shift. You've completed the full journey as outlined, so I won't add another formal section. But before you go, let this land. If something in you feels even slightly lighter, that's not random. That's the beginning of a shift. And you don't need to chase it, you just need to return to it. If you want to keep building this, gently, consistently, you can stay connected here, like this video, not out of habit, but as a quiet decision to choose peace again tomorrow. And if you're ready to go deeper, you can join the 7-Day Joy Challenge, a simple daily rhythm to help you stay in this alignment, even when life gets loud. You don't have to figure everything out today. Just keep starting here,